and welcome to the BPD Bunch Brunch, where we get together with our favorite brunchy beverages to catch up, play games, and talk about all things BPD. I'm your host, Xannie, and today I am here with Andrea, Katja, and Jay. Where in the world is everyone coming from, and what is your brunchy beverage for the day?
So I'm joining from the West Midlands in the United Kingdom, and I have tea.
I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm drinking coffee.
I'm joining from Toronto, Canada, and I have lemonade in the bougiest teacup ever.
I'm double fisting. I've got orange juice in a wine glass that says "Be Mermazing" and coffee, because you can never have too many beverages. I'm very excited about today because we are going to do an activity that you, our audience, can participate in. So go grab yourself paper and something to write with, because we are going to be making a love list. What is a love list, you may ask? Well, a love list is where you write down all of the things in your life that you love, and they can be big or they can be small. Things as small as, the smell of cinnamon, or the sound of water falling, waterfalls, the ocean, white noise, whatever. All the little things. Why is this important?
Don't they teach you to appreciate the small things around you?
Yeah. Many of us with BPD struggle with all or nothing thinking, and sometimes we get into states where everything feels horrible and negative and dark, and it seems like nothing will ever get better. So one of the handy things about a love list is that during moments when you're really, really struggling, it can be helpful to go back to your list and be reminded of some of the things in your life that you love and appreciate. So we're going to take 5 minutes to write down some of the things that we love, and then we're going to share them. Of course, I'm going to cut to the end, so you don't have to watch us just write stuff, but pause this video and write down all the things that you can think of in 5 minutes that you love, and we'll see you at the end of 5 minutes. That is the time. Balls. Maybe didn't need to write down every person, but mine is not going to be that interesting because I'm not going to read everybody's name. So I basically my thought in my mind was I was going to put mine in sections. I started with people, which was maybe the thing I should have ended with, because I wrote down every member of my family, every member of the BPD bunch, all of my other friends that I could think of. So my list is 90% people, and then I wrote my pets' names, and then food and sewing are the only other things I got to on the list. So that's all I got.
So I went a completely different direction. I put the sound of ice. So whenever I was a waitress and I'd have to stock the ice, I liked the way it sounded when you'd scoop it. The smell of bread toasting, the way my feet feel in grass or sand. I love how soft some t-shirts are. I love colors. I love the way the color black is described as the absence of. I love the smell of cookies baking. I love dissecting music notes. I love how much I loved Man. I love my time with DV. I love that my sister is going to church. I love seafood. I love cheesecake. I love tall buildings, and I love the clouds in the sky.
Oh, I love that.
Katja, do you want to go?
I don't mind if you want to go first. My list is pretty long, so I'm just mentally editing.
Mine's also pretty long. Okay. The sound of horses' hooves. The sound of a cello, Gothic architecture, the snow, calligraphy, teaching, inky black writing pens, fresh scented colognes, wood fires, traveling, the Portuguese word for cute, fofo, dogs, puppy barks, the sun on a very cold or snowy day, Georgia, Fernando, Julian, Annie, nightclubs, tea, TikTok, comedy, London fogs, Lena, Waterfalls, Sleeping in a Storm, Toronto, Massey College, Medieval History, Early Modern History, Berlin, London, Rio de Janeiro, Harry Potter, Roses, Autumn, Walks, the BPD Bunch, Freshly Cut Grass.
Aww.
Oh.
So, top of my list then is family and friends, which I assume it probably would be for most people. On a related note, it would be my students. So even on the days when I'm having really bad days teaching and everything's going wrong, there's at least one thing that happens that's really funny. So I do absolutely love my students for their ability to make me laugh. The next one is languages. So I do speak quite a few languages. Bookshops is the next one. So I love walking into a bookshop and being able to smell the books, the smell of the paper. I just love it. The next one is big earrings. I always feel more confident when I've got a massive pair of earrings. The smell of an awesome candle. Next one is autumn/Halloween. So my favourite time of the year. I absolutely love autumn. I'm not a summer person at all. I can't stand the heat. But I do love autumn and all of the colours and seeing the leaves come off the tree, and obviously Halloween I love anyway. The next one that I've put is chilies. So I love really hot, spicy food. I do grow chilies, and it's on my bucket list to do a chili eating competition one day. My ability to eat really hot food is like a thing of wonder. And then finally, thunderstorms. So it's not really so much the thunderstorms themselves, although they are pretty cool, but I really like the smell of a thunderstorm, if that makes sense. So, you know, when it's been really hot and then it rains and you get that nice, like, earthy smell. Yeah, that makes me really happy. So that's my list of things that I love.
Well, I did add some in the time people have been talking, because I was like, in my head when I started writing, I was like, I wanted to make a list of everyone I could think of, because whenever I feel like people don't care, or like there's nobody that I could reach out to, I wanted to be able to see this list of like 50 names. So that was sort of my thought process there, and why I didn't get to all the other little things. But some of the little things that I can think of under some of the other things are like the feel of fabric. I love going to the fabric store and just feeling the fabric and imagining what it could be. I love the smell of anything baking, especially bread, because I can't eat gluten anymore. And of course, coffee, the smell of coffee in the morning. I also love cats. Anything to do with cats. Cats are the best. Cats make life worth living. In a time when there was no people on the list, cats were the list. And sunshine. Sunshine is the best. Andrea!
I don't know. Well, Jay's made me emotional. I was like, oh, this is so good. I think what I liked during the experience was, I was like, this is kind of like a grounding exercise also, because it's like the five senses. You know, so that's kind of like what I caught on to. But I think we all like have like our little things that we love, but we don't really talk about it. Like nobody's going to really say randomly, I love the way it feels crunching leaves on the sidewalk. You know, we just don't really talk about stuff like that. So it's nice to write a list about it.
That would be another fun thing to do, like just a list of the unexpectedly satisfying things. Like one of the things that I really like is when you break down a box and then it just like collapses together. There's something very satisfying about that to me. And then it just all fits in the recycling. Like, it's silly, right? But it's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like some of these things that seem maybe like menial or minimal are not, I don't know, sometimes they can be quite important. Like I know for me, if I'm studying somewhere that's like just a brutalist like block of concrete buildings, it does not make me feel in the mood to work at all. Like, I don't know why, it just really doesn't. Like, so when I did my A-levels in Cambridge, I had the best time because everything's just like castly. You know, and I don't know why that affects me that way, but it does. It's a small thing, like, so the love of like that kind of architecture, but it has a bit of an impact on me in some way. So I feel like some of these things, they seem small, but they can be quite meaningful, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of the purpose of the whole exercise. So, like, if you're watching this and you've made your list, like, this is a good thing to hold on to in moments when it feels like the big stuff is weighing you down, because really, life is all the little moments, right? Like, your life is not defined, you know, maybe on paper, maybe defined by those bigger milestones, but it's really made up of all these little moments and all the little things that we do and see, right? And so hopefully your love list can be something that brings you comfort in times when things are difficult, and you can always add to it. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Share with us the top things from your love list in the comments down below. We'd love to see some of the things that you love and make your life worthwhile. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you do not miss a single episode, and we will see you next time.